I wanted to give everyone here an update. Kirby Smart updated the media on Saturday that Arik Gilbert I'll read the quote for you here. Arik Gilbert is dealing with some personal issues. We love him and we are trying to help him. Our thoughts and prayers are with him right now. We love Arik, his family, and his kid. This team is very open. That is something we've talked about across the board. So it's not new news to subscribers at Dog Post. This has been something that's been discussed over there as far as Arik Gilbert missing practice. This is an example of life occurring no matter when the football season occurs, and that's what's happening right now. Arik Gilbert is going through some stuff. I'm not qualified to explain or say even what it is that Arik's going through, but I know that this to me is about trust. That he left LSU, from what I understand, because of a lack of trust, and he's at Georgia because that was a place that he did trust. And so right now I can confirm that he's not. So he has practiced with the team, at least some, but he's missed some practices too. He was not at the scrimmage today, is my understanding. So now you're looking at a situation at Georgia where honestly, I mean, this, irrespective of Arik's situation, Georgia's a pretty banged up group as a team right now. And at receiver, Kearis Jackson did not go today. Jermaine Burton did not go today. I don't get the feeling that those guys are going to miss the Clemson game. But obviously, you already have George Pickens out for the season. George Pickens is out for the start of the season at least. So you're starting to get to a point where at Georgia, these injuries are adding up. So they would love to have Arik Gilbert play 12 straight games for them. But he's a member of the program at Georgia. This is not a short-term thing for them. This isn't about winning one game. I do legitimately think they have the best wishes for Arik and company at heart. And I don't know what he's going through specifically, but I do know that it's not. I don't think it's different than what went on at LSU, and I think that he is getting, I guess, lack of a better term way to put it, is trying to help himself. That's a good start to a change that he left LSU for a reason, and he got to Georgia for a reason. And there was a lot of scuttlebutt over time about why did he leave? Were his grades a problem? No, that turned out not to be an issue. Was he injured this week? No. He's away, it sounds like. I don't even know that he's away, but he's not been practicing. So that leaves Georgia in a situation where they're going to need to get Kearis Jackson back healthy, which they think they will. They're going to need to get Jermaine Burton healthy, back to the way that they'd like. I don't know what's necessarily going on with Dominic Blaylock. We've not been able to ask about every single player at Georgia, although it did seem that it did seem today like Kirby rattled off like 10 guys that were hurt or not there. I mean, Kendrick was not there today. Arik Gilbert was not there today. Pickens, obviously Jackson, Burton, Fitzpatrick was missing. Warren Erickson was missing. You start to have, that's a lot of people after a while. So this is a Georgia team that's creeping towards the start of the season. And I don't know what the future holds for Arik Gilbert. I do think in my time on earth that when someone is fighting something, I guess you could say, or dealing with some personal issues, as Kirby calls it, it's good that they're dealing with them. And it doesn't always mean that the end of the rainbow is always what people will get. We can't know. There are no certainties in life, and but there are certainties if you don't try, and if you don't try to correct things or deal with things. But I think the overarching I have two takeaways from this. Number one is more forefoot, which is Georgia's really banged up right now, and they're missing a fair amount of players. And from my understanding of the scrimmage, you could tell. with that said, on that particular point, I don't know how seriously you can take what you saw at the scrimmage. So that's one thing. Secondly, and this is 40,000 feet, you got to take care of these guys that are in your program. You have to, and you are taking on a responsibility with them when you bring them into your program. You owe it to them and their family that you take care of them as best you can. That does not necessarily mean that they play the football game that's scheduled on September whatever. It means that you take care of them. You know, and all the time that I was in college, we had guys that had issues. I mean, it happens. And, you know, I'm sorry that for some people that life gets in the way, that other people's lives get in the way of, you know, cheering for their team, for lack of a better term. But this stuff's got to be dealt with. I've had friends who have gone through stuff, and it needs to get dealt with as best possible. It's important. And so we're at the beginning of a long road. Arik Gilbert's been at Georgia since June 1st, so that's about 2.5 months. And I don't know what will happen in the near future. As I said, he may play in the first game and not, you know, miss a game from that point forward. Might play 50 straight games for Georgia. But right now he's out, and that doesn't mean he won't come back Monday. I guess it is. School starts soon at Georgia. I am glad that Kirby addressed this, because it can get to the point where there are some fantastical things that go out there on the internet and on message boards as well as social media. We do our best at Dog Post to report what we know, and what we don't know, we say we don't know it. But in this case, we've got confirmation now from Kirby that Arik's dealing with some personal issues. So we'll see that what the future is for Arik Gilbert when it comes. I did want to give that update because it's what Kirby said is in the beginning of my other video for today, but I didn't want y'all to miss it. One last time, Arik Gilbert is dealing with some personal issues, Kirby Smart said. We love him and we were trying to help him. Our thoughts and prayers are with him right now. And then he said later in the press conference, we love Arik, his family, and his kid. This team is very open. That is something we have talked about across the board. I am certain that everyone at Athens is cheering for Arik to do well and get back to just playing football, for lack of a better term. That's the easiest way to put it. Just getting back to play football and moving forward with his life as he can. But in the meantime, make sure you're going to dogpost.com, DAWGPOST.com. We'll see you on the website.